Much for doing the interview. I appreciate it. You know, I'm very proud about the film, proud of all the work that everyone then put into it, and I'm really happy with how it finished up. I hope people respond to it that way. I hope you know they take something from it, makes them feel something in their heart, and if we do that, that'll be fantastic.
What are your expectations for the Dancing with Films Festival?
I don't know. You know, sometimes expectations are hard to have. I tell you what we've experienced so far, even before the start. The people that run it are fantastic and super communicative, and their celebration of not just independent film. The films there, they don't have stars, they don't have big names, they don't have big budget projects, having remarkable stories to tell with remarkable acting and directing. If that audience from Dances with Films, that audience leaves feeling something powerful from our film, then that's a huge win. And if we get some great reviews that help us to move forward and maybe have more people see the film.
Yeah, one of the greatest relationships that Dances with Films Festival has with its audience is that they're deeply responsive to a good film. This is where usually the depth and the characterization of being, impact, creating a message and delivering. Ultimately, this is going to be a great opportunity as a, first time premiere.
So next Sunday at the 25th at 7:15 is when we're going to unleash onto the world. It's going to be so exciting to be at the PCL theaters and this massive theater with this fantastic sound system and a big screen. It's going to be really out of this world.
Wow, congratulations again. Can I ask you another question coming a sense to right now versus the overall perspective of the film? What role does the film's storytelling play in the moment we are in? How does it coincide with life now, currently?
Yeah, that's a great question, and we've obviously thought a lot about that. Deals with a traditional blue-collar family who discovers that his child is wrestling with gender identity, and so this film, as opposed to trying to understand all of the child's journey, this is a parent's journey of somebody who is not expecting this particular situation and has a lot of preconceptions and baggage related to it, having to deal with what do I do to love my kid, and that really is the as far as the whole social political climate and transgender and all these anti-trans bills around this issue is very personal. As far as the larger community, the country issue is where we get to come together to their kids. What we forget is that at the center of all of it are families who are going through a very human experience, and oftentimes I think we forget to feel for all the sides, right? The people on the left maybe forget to feel the difficulty and the strain that it takes to understand. Maybe they forget that this is a child and a family that are doing their best. Opinions other people might have. The one thing that hopefully we can all come together on is that if it's our family, if it's our friends and our family, we're going to find different ways to make sure we continue to love our children and support each other.
For this specific film, kind of creating this environment that is supported by people's response to feeling and having this innate reality of coming together. About selecting the title of the film, because it seems like there's this leading prospective filmgoer, audience member, to kind of seek this initiation to understand the depth of the title. It's giving your audience a lot to interact with. So now that recognition, I definitely feel really clear on what to expect, because instantly when you see the trailer, there's so much going on. So now questing into other aspects, and that's where I said for the social political climate, it's great that you can actually see sensitive, emotional relationships that are driving this transparency of what maybe two lives would be like in Pittsburgh. Film in Pittsburgh. It was shot in location in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was shot in location in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh aspect is that if I'm going to make my, a film, and I have anywhere to do it, I want it to be Pittsburgh. Two Lives. I do believe we all are, almost every day we're confronted with the choices of, are we going to kind of be true to ourselves in a moment? Are we going to be honest? Are we going to conform? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes we make bad choices, sometimes we make choices that we need to make in order to, serve our families and our friends, and sometimes we make choices that are, for our more authentic, I don't know what you want to call it, our purposeful drive, as opposed to two lives, meaning two people. It's two lives of all the choices that we have to make about who we are. Two lives we can live, the one we were born to live, and in a lot of these cases, within the film, is who you're going to be.
Yeah.
I won't give away any of the secrets in the film, but there's parts of the film that's surprising for the audience, and we get to see have more insight into the choices that have been made in the past by some of the characters, a better understanding of, wow, those folks are dealing with more than I thought. And even some of the stuff that doesn't make it even into the screen. There's certain things in the film that, and I tried to do this as a team. Lola, No, my producer, and Tiffany Murray, my cinematographer. And we tried to think a lot about what else can we put in there. Adrian, Wittenberg, our production designer. What else is in there that can kind of lead the viewer to sense the idea of, repurposing.
I like that because, I've traveled a lot, and being that you're a Pittsburgh native, are you influenced by the Pirates, the Steelers, University of Pitt, like all these Pittsburgh affiliate? Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. I mean, it makes sense now. I have longtime friends, family, loving everything Pittsburgh. So being that this is now establishing this, surreal, deep, passion for Pittsburgh, now it's kind of overlining, a storyline that's being creative between the structures that are, taking its effect through how we come about living our lives. It sounds really engaging. Since filming and wrapping, how has the film created a level to Pittsburgh versus other areas of, influence? How's the film kind of, created a relationship in the city?
Pittsburgh film, we have Pittsburgh in the title, we're black and gold, there's so much to blend us, but hopefully we'll be able to show in Pittsburgh during the Three Rivers Film Festival, which is in November.
Let's get Ruby! Woo!